friends, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to this Saturday review. Today's review is going to be a little bit different because this is going to be a compare and contrast of two foundations that I just started trying out. I recently did a review on the Lancôme Teint Idole 24-hour wear, and I found out about this little gem in the drugstore. After doing some research, I learned that Lancôme is actually the sister company of L'Oreal. What I found was that these two are actually very similar in their description online, and so I thought, why not give it a try? When I first started doing my research about foundations, I realized very quickly that a lot of these drugstore brands and high-end brands had a lot of very similar product descriptions. That's where the light bulb kind of went off, and I thought, a lot of these things have the same description, so I wonder if I'm really paying more for what I get or if I'm just buying an overpriced drugstore foundation. So I made a huge list of L'Oreal's foundations, and I made a list of Lancôme's foundations. The two that I found the most similar that I was dying to try out were the Teint Idole 24-hour wear and the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. The L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation claims that it's a 24-hour wear, demi-matte finish, and a very air-light kind of feel when you wear it. Also, the price point is $12.99, aka drugstore prices, which are absolutely amazing. And Lancôme's claims are that it's a 24-hour wear, oil-free, and a very matte finish. However, the price point for this is $45.50. Yeah. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty of my research. As far as packaging, I'm definitely going to go with the L'Oreal Pro Matte as far as practicality, but as far as looks, this one is definitely much better looking than the drugstore. When it comes to color options, Lancôme has 28 different color options, whereas L'Oreal only has 12. When you buy drugstore foundation, you know it is the hardest thing to find your color match because it's either too yellow, too cool, too red, too warm, and it's such a mess. You always have to mix and match, buy a couple of colors before you finally find your color. And with the Lancôme, I found that I looked at the 28 options that they had, and I said, you know what, I think this one's gonna work. And lo and behold, I have it on right now, and I believe this is a pretty good match. As far as finish, the L'Oreal went on very heavy. It felt very thick. It almost, I don't want to say it clogged my pores a little bit, but I definitely felt like I had makeup on. Whereas the Lancôme, it was so easy to wear. I forgot that I had makeup on during the day, and I had my hands all over my face, and then I remembered that I was gonna make a mess, so I had to stop touching my face. But Lancôme was very light. As far as coverage, I really enjoyed the Lancôme because it was very light, and also it was very easily buildable. Although with one pump I was able to cover my entire face. L'Oreal kind of went on a little bit thicker. It was a lot of a creamier consistency, a creamier finish. I definitely could feel that I had makeup on my face throughout, and that feeling just makes me want to wash my face so bad. I can't stand it. Also, what I found was that the L'Oreal had a very yellow undertone, which was very strange because, I mean, it wasn't too strange. You could easily tell from the tube that it was going to have a little bit of a yellower undertone, whereas the Lancôme was a lot warmer and a lot more red, which I really appreciated about it because I definitely have more reddish undertones. I have to admit, the whole time that I was trying these products out, and I've been using this for a little bit over a month, but I was definitely biased towards the Lancôme because it had such a long wear. Oh my goodness. The thing about drugstore foundation is that sometimes when you put it on in the morning, you're good up until midday, maybe like after 1-2 o'clock, and that's after putting your makeup on at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Then it starts to really wear off, and when it does, you can totally tell that you have streaky foundation, and it is the worst thing ever, no matter how bad you set it. After 8 hours, you can totally tell that your makeup is kind of wiping off a little bit, but it doesn't do it in a streaky way where people look at you like, oh my god, your face is melting off. It's very natural. You can tell that your makeup is coming off because your imperfections start to show through, which is not a big deal. For me, at least, it's not a big deal because people know what I look like without makeup anyway. But I definitely appreciate the long wear of the Lancôme. So all in all, I can easily say that the Lancôme was definitely my favorite out of the two. Even though the price point really hurts, I have to admit, I would definitely shell out the money for the Lancôme because it does exactly what it says that it's going to do. It's a very lightweight wear, it's easily buildable, so it's perfect for day and nighttime, and it just feels so amazing on my skin. I just can't get enough of it. This one, the moment that I swatched it on my hand, I was so disappointed. I went to go look for my receipt and I was just like, this just isn't for me. It was not for me at all. It was way too yellow, way too creamy for my oily skin. Although price point is great, it did not match up. So, lesson learned, not all drugstore foundations can be compared to high-end, but I'm sure we all knew that already. I really enjoyed testing both products. I would give this 5 out of 5 hearts, and this one, no, I'm not going to embarrass you. We'll just leave it at that. So that is it for my review today. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you enjoyed this Saturday review, the battle of the foundations. Just kidding. But I really do hope that you enjoyed it because I definitely enjoyed testing out both products, although I will be returning one and I think you can guess which one. Be sure to like and subscribe and don't forget to share with your friends. Add me on Snapchat and Instagram and Tumblr and subscribe. Hope to see you again next week. Bye friends. Thank you.